Carry forward will no longer be a feature in Black Ops 7. This blog post from Call of Duty earlier today states this. Carry forward update. Operator skins and weapons from BO6 will no longer carry forward to BO7, but they will still work in Warzone. XP tokens and gobblegums will also continue to carry over. And surprisingly enough, I've seen a lot of mixed reviews on this, which feels ironic given the initial response to the news of it last week. What's going on, guys? It's Rage, and earlier today on Tuesday, Call of Duty dropped the August 2025 community update, where again they have addressed that carry forward is no longer going to be a thing for Black Ops 7. They also addressed a few other things when it comes to the anti-cheat, our feedback, zombies, more information, so we got a little bit to talk about. If you haven't seen the blog post, or the tweet for that matter, I'll go ahead and leave both down in the description below if you guys want to check it out for yourself. But to quickly go ahead and read this off for you guys if you haven't already seen it. First off, thank you. Call of Duty has always been fueled by the community. Every match, clip, every bit of feedback, you've shaped this franchise right alongside us. We know there's been a lot of conversation recently about the identity of Call of Duty. Some of you have said we've drifted from what made Call of Duty unique in the first place. Immersive, intense, visceral, and in many ways, grounded. That feedback hits home, and we take it seriously. So with that, again, the carry forward update, operator skins and weapons from BO6 will no longer carry forward to BO7, but will still work in Warzone, same with XP tokens and gobblegums. Fighting cheaters, Ricochet is adding new detection tools, secure boot TPM 2.0 on PC to stop cheaters earlier, more ahead from Treyarch, additional info on multiplayer, refined movement, zombies innovations, cross-mode progression, and much more gameplay. And now, like I was saying a little bit ago, there has been some pushback to the whole carry forward thing, which I do understand. For one, at the end of the day, it's the Call of Duty community. You can't please absolutely everybody. I know there's things that we're all going to disagree on. I feel like a lot of the replies you see to the tweet here, of course, the whole Call of Duty is back thing, but a lot of it is just W changes and just thank you for listening to the feedback. Now, if you didn't see my recent video when I was talking more about the Black Ops 7 Direct and a couple of things that I was concerned about, of course, carry forward was one of them, because I feel like the time difference between Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 are very different. You're going from the 1990s to 2035, and a lot of things, thematically anyway, I felt like wouldn't really make sense for carry forward. It's very different from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3. This is the big point that I wanted to establish real quick. It's pretty different comparing MW2 and MW3 carry forward to BO6 and BO7 carry forward, because MW2 to MW3 makes perfect sense. You're going from like 2019 to 2020, but from Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7, there is this huge jump, so a lot of it just wouldn't really make sense. And now, one of the biggest things that I wanted to talk about as far as the pushback goes with carry forward, because I've seen quite a few people pretty upset about that, and it does make sense that wanting to use Black Ops 6 weapons and camos in Black Ops 7, I've already mentioned it, but I can almost guarantee you guys, there's going to be somebody that finds some sort of like camo exploit thing. Someone's going to find out some way somehow to carry the Black Ops 6 camos over onto Black Ops 7 weapons through Warzone. I can almost guarantee that's going to be a thing. Obviously, though, that's not the entire point. People want to use the content that they either earned, unlocked in Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7. And I feel like when it comes to carry forward, a lot of it does make sense with the weapons in the game. Like, people might really like BO6 weapons, but they also want us to, presumably so, use the BO7 weapons instead of using the Jackal or the Ames for another second year. It is a little bit of a concern when you hear that Black Ops 7 is going to have only 30 weapons on launch, but to be fair, they say that 16 of them are going to be first time ever weapons that we have in Call of Duty. And the thing is too, when you compare it from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, the way that carry forward worked, a lot of the time you didn't really see many people using the MW2 weapons in the first place, mostly just because they weren't as good. It was an initial worry that, oh, it's just going to be another year of everybody using the TAC-56 or the Vaznev, but that wasn't the case because the MW3 weapons were much better. I feel like it's safe to say that may have been intentionally done by Sledgehammer, but to be fair, Sledgehammer were also the ones that really cleaned up the Modern Warfare 2 weapons with visual recoil. They ended up adjusting the weapon stats, the recoil, added aftermarket parts to the weapons. They even cleaned up and made the Orion camo much better. Carry forward as an idea with weapons and camos, I really do feel like is a good idea in theory, but I feel like the bigger overarching problem that a lot of us have had are the crazy character wacky skins that has tied into the whole complaints about Call of Duty's identity. Again, I know you can't please absolutely everybody because there are people out there that really do like the Ninja Turtle skins, American Dad, Beavis and Butthead. I feel like the easiest answer would be to just add a skin filter, again, where you can either turn it on or turn it off. I do understand as well when people are talking about how it feels a little bit weird that they're just completely just saying no, nothing. People are starting to talk about some exceptions to carry forward. Oh, like, oh, maybe the level 1000 Samuels character can carry over, or the original Zombies crew, the original BO6 Zombies crew, and their skins and whatnot. And maybe it shouldn't be affected for zombies. Like, why not have like American Dad and whatnot in zombies? There's obviously a lot of back and forth on the matter and a lot of different options as to what could be the best possible route here, but even for as good of an idea that carry forward is, right, from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, that's something that we have wanted in the Call of Duty community for such a long time. And yet, the irony of the matter is that so many people complained about it in MW3, and it was just ammo for the, oh, MW3 is just a $70 DLC. I found that to be one of the most ironic things about it in the first place. Just, again, something that the COD community had wanted for so long, but it was such a big problem in MW3. And now we're kind of seeing the exact same thing again with BO6 to BO7. Again, it made more sense in MW2 and MW3 just because the time setting was so similar, but BO6 to BO7 is just a larger, vast jump into the future. Last thing I'll say about this for right now, because I already feel like I'm yapping way too much about it, is that I feel like at least the mastery camos should transfer over. That really should be the one thing, if anything. Like, if you unlock Dark Matter, Nebula, Abyss, and Warzone, like, that should carry over, and you should have those camos in BO7, or even all of those recent camos from the previous Call of Duty games, going back to MW3, 2, Vanguard, Cold War, you know, you name it. Having the mastery camos and showing that I unlocked this in a previous game shows dedication to the game and to the franchise, so it's kind of like, why not? But again, I feel like I'm going on far too long about this. Now, what's changing and why? Black Ops 7 needs to feel authentic to Call of Duty and its setting. That is why Black Ops 6 operator and weapon content will not carry forward into Black Ops 7. Double XP and Gobblegums will still carry forward because we recognize your time and progression are important. Now, the thing is, I have to say this about this last part. Because we recognize your time and progression are important, what they really need to do, what Call of Duty needs to do again, is have the double XP and the Gobblegums, regardless of whatever the XP timer is, that should only count when you're in-game. We all know nowadays that when you activate that double XP token, that 1 hour timer starts ticking immediately. And what they really need to do, if they really mean we recognize your time and progression are important, that's how you utilize that. It's another thing here when they talk about how the feedback really hits home that, of course, like, you can scroll through this and immediately you got people talking about disbanding lobbies, skill-based matchmaking, like all those kind of things tie into it. With the current skill-based matchmaking system that we have, we know that the matchmaking times are much longer than what they once were. So we're spending a little bit of time, which does add up, just sitting there in the pregame lobbies, just even waiting to get thrown into a lobby in the first place. Of course, the whole disbanding lobbies and no skill-based matchmaking is its own topic that we've discussed to death, but this is something as well that I really feel like they should adjust. But again though, this change only applies to Black Ops 7. Call of Duty Warzone is not affected, and all of your Black Ops 6 content stays usable there. Which again is another topic we've talked about a whole lot, that Warzone really should just be its own thing, so you don't have to worry about committing to a setting. Warzone being its own separate thing, it would really help the main game, whether it be Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7, Modern Warfare 4, like whatever the next Call of Duty games are, they can actually stick to their marketing and stick to their setting. So instead of saying like, oh, it's a gritty, realistic game set in the 80s for Cold War or 90s for Black Ops 6, they can have all the crazy stuff be in Warzone and still let the main game stick to what they had originally intended to with marketing. Next up, real quick note, fighting cheaters with Ricochet. We saw a lot of talk about this during the Battlefield 6 beta because playing it on PC, you have to have Secure Boot enabled on your PC. Starting on November 14th, PC players will need to enable Secure Boot and TPM 2.0, giving us stronger tools to block cheats at the system level. Some will be tested during the beta, the full suite will go live at launch. We're committed to staying ahead and protecting fair play. Of course, in mentioning Battlefield 6, the competition, like we've been talking about this a whole lot as well, that competition is a very good thing for Call of Duty. Now again, I don't necessarily subscribe to the whole idea that they're just doing this immediately because Battlefield 6 is doing it. That could very well be the case, but all in all, I still feel like it's a safe bet to lean on the fact that, hey, again, competition is a very good thing to have. If Battlefield 6 is going crazy and doing all the right things, Call of Duty is obviously going to realize, oh hey, we should probably do this too. I'm not trying to make it seem like a copying thing, but more of just, again, competition breeds innovation. Now again here, your feedback matters. In Black Ops 7, bundles and items will be crafted to fit the Black Ops identity. We hear the feedback. We need to deliver a better balance toward the immersive core Call of Duty experience. It's very important that we hold them to that. A ton of feedback has already gone into Black Ops 7, and in the coming weeks you'll hear much more directly from Treyarch. Additional information on maps, weapons and systems, refined movement updates, what we're doing to ensure the core moment-to-moment gameplay experience takes a leap forward. With zombies, more info on launch content in the new Wonder Vehicle, details on the new Dark Aether version of the original crew, a deeper dive into gameplay systems, including a new way to reward the hardcore players. And more information with progression in every single mode, classic prestige returns with new weapon prestige, weekly challenges system starting in Season 1, more ways to earn camos, and expanded gameplay content. Call of Duty Next is again on September 30th. Now, I want to go ahead and bring up this tweet here from Detonated DK Dynamite. Thinking back on it, when Carry Forward was announced that it wasn't going to be happening from MW3 to Black Ops 6, we kind of figured as such. They said here in Black Ops 6, we want to make sure that everybody has a fresh start together as we move to an all-new experience with the launch of Black Ops 6, allowing everyone to experience the Black Ops universe the way it's meant to be played, learning the era-specific weapons and gear, learning the gameplay innovations like Omni Movement, and keeping that signature Black Ops style is important. So again, we've heard this kind of thing before. before, and even what they said here. They say that bundles and items will be crafted to fit the Black Ops identity. Taking it at face value, the bundles will obviously fit the theme of 2035. We can expect near futuristic things, which again, for example, when you look at things here like the Vault Edition, you have all the crazy futuristic tech. Like, this is probably what a lot of it is going to be like. I also wanted to go ahead and bring up this tweet here from JGod, because he again makes a really good point of how the reaction was summarized today. Obviously now with carry forward not being a thing, people being a little bit upset about that because they might have bought bundles or done things in Black Ops 6, assuming that it was going to carry over into BO7. The problem is it's not just the cartoon skins, it's all the skins and weapons. Community was loud but also non-descriptive, so they got what they had been asking for. Don't understand why they again just didn't make a toggleable option that you can turn on and off. Would have preferred this route. That's still the thing too for me. I think it's a good change, but it all goes out the window and holds no weight if they start to add in a new crazy wacky skins when season 1 hits. And again, COD's had wacky skins for a very long time. Like, we can even go back to Advanced Warfare when we first saw the clown outfit. They've had wacky skins for a long time. The issue with some of these collabs that don't fit. Nicki Minaj, Ninja Turtles, Beavis and Butthead, all of that kind of stuff. I don't get why people are happy about this. I'd rather have a good game with post-release content, at least somewhat functional anti-cheat. Skins don't matter or ruin the experience. That's kind of like a beauty is in the eye of the beholder thing though. It's very dependent on your personal opinion whether skins do or don't matter in the setting of a game, but to me it just feels a little disingenuous when they talk about a grounded setting in Cold War or the 90s with the Gulf War and Black Ops 6, and then we just have these things that don't really mix. It is the Fortnitification of a lot of things, and it's just, when you look at Call of Duty historically, it's never been that. And the thing is too with me and the whole take on immersion, I've talked about it so much that I just want basic factions back in Call of Duty multiplayer. I don't want operators. I want to be nameless soldiers again, customization like it's Modern Warfare Remastered. That is what I want. So with all this carry forward news and all the information that came out today, go ahead and let me know what you guys think about all of it down in the comment section below. Now, at the end of the day, no matter what your opinion is on carry forward, whether you're for it, you're against it, I do think it is very important, if anything, that there was some communication about this today. Communication is the biggest thing, and I do feel like that's one of the, again, big things that Call of Duty has been needing to do, especially like I talked about earlier, even going back to the original tweet. It's just, again, skill-based matchmaking is everywhere. Please get rid of disbanding lobbies next. Like, this feedback is very, very important. I know a lot of the time it feels like we're screaming into an echo chamber, but if they're giving us these blog posts, we need to keep the feedback going. It's like every other tweet, I feel like I see it. Now remove skill-based and I guarantee you have the best COD since Black Ops 3. So again, the whole your feedback matters. Definitely let your voice be heard. In a respectful way, of course, because we're not going to get anything done by saying, fuck you and you know, going at it like that, not really going to be a good way to go about it. Of course, it all does sound promising. I'm just taking this whole blog post at face level, but of course, I do hope that Call of Duty keeps their word on this and the feedback can continue to improve. We'll have to see how everything goes leading into Black Ops 7, but again, go ahead and let me know what you guys think about all that down in the comment section below, and again, we're really only about a month away from getting our hands on Black Ops 7, so we'll see how it goes.